Okay, I'm winging it again. Well, not really. I have a plan, but it's draft day. Getting ready for the 28-29 Panthers season. We'll go over free agents we signed, what the league signed real quick, and then we'll get the draft started. I got my draft board ready to go. Um, let's see here. Let's do. Well, I guess there is no free agent recap here. That'll be next. We'll go over what we have, who we got. Okay, and what the plan is. Gonna draft Lenore Sellers. If for some weird reason he gets picked before us, which I don't even know if he was in the first round in the mock draft number 5, but I want to see him. It's kind of for fun. I think our roster is pretty established for the most part. I definitely want to improve anywhere I can, but I'm not really like I'm kind of going for who I think is exciting and throwing darts at positions to maybe find a starter or two. Anyhow, we signed Spencer Rattler because he's a Hall of Famer, future Hall of Famer. But I am going to see how he plays in our offense. So he could be a cap casualty or yeah roster cut. But I just wanted to take the chance. I don't mind going into next season with three quarterbacks, but Arch Manning's obviously our starter right now. We're gonna test Lenora Sellers out. I think that could be fun, and who knows? I could fall flat on my face, or it could just be amazingly fun to watch. And he may even you never know who's gonna take over. Um, it's got to be Manning or Sellers, and then if Rattler looks really good, then he'll just be there as a backup in case we need to. But if they all three look good, then I don't know. It's a good problem to have. But I wouldn't be surprised if Rattler gets cut. To be honest with you. All right. Probably gonna go in and sign a free agent here. Probably Zamir White just to back up Cam. Let's see. Wide receiver. I'm always tempted with speed guys. 6'4" and above type guy, over 200 pounds. But I really got to stop, man. I really do. We got Nakua, Leggett, Coker, Harbor, Horn Jr., Brown, and this guy's going to be a cut. I just keep putting on the practice squad for no real reason other than I thought, okay, what if someone gets cut and I need him? But McMillan's going to probably be traded. In the last video, I found a target who we could use, and I think it's a very good trade for both teams. Jahdae Barrett to the Broncos, straight up, just one for one. Um, but I'm probably gonna do it after the draft. I was thinking of pulling the trigger now, but you know what? I'll do it after the draft because that gives me some more time to just sleep on it, think on it. We never know what's gonna happen after the draft or during the draft. If I could get a cornerback that is highly ranked, then maybe I don't need to make that trade, and then I could trade McMillan for a future draft pick. I just don't see it working out, and because I'm so sour on him now, obviously we're not going to let go of Nakua yet. I'd rather see Leggett succeed. I'd rather see every single one of these. I'd rather see succeed. Hell, I'd even want to see Isaiah Bond succeed over McMillan because of just how sour I am on him in this franchise. Not in real life, in this franchise. I can't. I'm disappointed. Okay, tight end. I think we're good here. Left tackle, starting left tackle, we're good. Left guard, we're good. Center, we're good. Right tackle and right guard. As I said in the last time I streamed, Moten retired. I could not keep him no matter what. But now's the time. So here's the funny thing. I'm actually more concerned about right guard because I'm not going to renew Robert Hunt's contract. It's the last year of his contract. So I'm a little bit more concerned here because only because I feel like right tackle Tanona played well. Um, I'm gonna see if I can't get a couple more players throw darts at him, and but if I can't get a guard, I can't get a guard. But I've got a couple, and I'll show my draft board here. I've got a couple. I'll show it here in a little bit. I'll get through this roster, but a couple guys I think that could fit in the second round if I happen to pick up a second round pick. I don't have one right now, but I am going to be trading back from the number 4 overall that we got from the Rams, and I'll just I'll take the best offers. So, um, yeah, if we pick up a second round guy, I got a couple guys I could take a look at, and as well as like right tackle. There's a couple guys in the draft that I could bring in. It's probably going to be overkill, but that's kind of going to be the theme of I think this draft, um, at least for what I'm talking about right now, is a little bit of overkill. And the reason why I'm doing that is just picking players at positions we may not need. Is just to see who progresses in the first week of the preseason with the progression tool, and then either cut or move to practice squad other guys. For example, let's say I'm fine with going into right tackle with Tanona starting, and I happen to get a guy that's like I don't know 75 overall, and then it looks good, but then Tanona progresses further than him. Or let's say I get a guy who's like 68, 69 and progresses more than Tanona. So I'm just again throwing darts. I'm throwing everything at the kitchen sink and seeing what's going to be the best outcome. So, and I'm fine with that right now because I don't have like any huge holes to fill. I'm keeping trying to keep every position filled a little bit with talent, youth, potential, um, and sometimes I'll take chances on guys who I think might be a fit or something. I don't know. Sometimes they're dumb moves. I've made some dumb moves in this series since I've taken over. All right. Hopefully I'm not forgetting anything there. Okay. I'm not concerned about defensive end. We've got Fisk. We got Derek Brown. And we still have this guy under contract, Keanu Benton, who can back up either when needed for more run stopping plays. And we have two guys that could back up for uh, passing pass rush sets like nickel packages. We picked up Miles Murphy specifically for that reason. Mainly because as we were playing games towards the end of last season, I was extremely nervous, especially in the playoffs. I noticed that Fisk, he provides a rush, but Derek Brown doesn't really provide a good pass rush. So if I know that, let's say, the other team's down by 10 points or more and they're going to be passing, or if that's just who they are and they pass a lot, let's say we're going up against the Saints and future Hall of Famer Spencer Rattler, then, maybe I want to put in Fisk and Murphy or Fisk and White or something like that. And there was a time there where Fisk, was getting a little injured for a quarter at a time, and Derek Brown was in there with White. It would have been kind of nice to have another backup. Anyway, I thought it's a good scheme move on. It's an idea. Um, Good here, but we're probably going to be cutting Cam Jackson. I'm sorry, he hasn't progressed. You know, holds a place in my heart. I think he's going to do great for us in real life, but time has come in this franchise. Okay, edge rushers. Uh, I I think, I mean, we're good. Scorton, Uman Mielen, Mike Green. Then I've got potential to, Kennard Snyder can move there. And then I signed Johnny Walker kind of just as a long shot to see if he can progress. yeah, progress in the off season, and then maybe I'll if maybe I can find a guy in the draft to where I'd want to see what we can get in a trade where for DJ Wanham. So, um, or maybe we don't. Maybe we go into the season DJ Wanham and he just plays out his contract. It was a very valuable, low costing contract to us. But I do want to see some more youth. Middle linebacker, we're good. Um, the question's going to be, do we potentially trade Trenton Simpson? Would that be a smart move to give power? I don't know. We'll see. Um, I did know that like with whoever pick in the draft, there's gonna be some cuts to get to the 53. So I'll, I have him on the trade block. We'll see if I get any offers. Does make me a little nervous. Let's say Wallace gets injured and Gabe Powers doesn't pan out, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to cross that bridge later. Cornerback. We have a crap load of guys there, and I pretty much decided that I'm gonna start throwing darts at this position. I've been kind of looking for that CB2, and I don't feel like I've really found it. I feel like we've had some good games. Maybe Prysock, who is now a superstar. You know, J.C. Horn, I think, led the league in pass deflections, but didn't progress with the Stats Matter tool. Um, I'm not saying they do bad. I think sometimes it's just the offensive schemes we go up against, and then we just sometimes give up plays, leave guys wide open. So I mean, the goal is to kind of go in there with the best top 5 or 6, and hopefully they're all in the 80s plus or 79 plus, and we're getting kind of close there. But let's see, Horn, Moss, Prysock, Arnold. We signed Terry and Arnold to mostly like a 1 year high salary, low bonus. So if we let him go, we're only going to miss like what, $1 million. Um, Deontay Banks was successful for us, but it just didn't. It's all kind of just meh. It's all meh. Even Horn plays meh. So, but that's kind of my thought with Jade Barrett. So, yeah, I mean, so let's say we go Horn. Let's just, he shouldn't even be a cut because we're going to lose money. Let's say Horn, Moss, Prysock, Barron, that's 4. Let's keep Ravel Jr., 5. And it could either be Banks, Arnold, and a draft guy. So I'm thinking, I started to think I don't really need a cornerback then. Even right here, two, three, four, five, 6 guys. And I could get rid of the rest, and I'm good with 6. But I had to remind myself, I'm throwing darts. So, there's a couple guys in the third round. There's a whole bunch of guys, actually. They're kind of all, I think, one and the same in the third round there. Um, that's how I kind of prioritized it. I kind of saw, and I put a bunch of names on the board, positions. I looked them up, and I just saw that, like, okay, I think the value at corner is in third round, the value at some offensive line is second round, and then um, we'll go from there. But yeah, we're good at safety. I am going to be looking for a kicker, but let's see. I'll show you. So my little draft board here. All right, Sellers, he's a go. Here's the notes I had right here for who I wanted to keep an eye on in free agency, kind of like what I felt I needed to look at. So second round, I got soft offensive lineman. Um, that I'm going to see who falls to us there, if we get a second round pick, which I think would be likely. we're sitting at 4, and I think we have like I'm just worried about the teams that I think need a quarterback. So we could easily probably drop to the middle of the first round and then pick up a second. And if we happen to get a first the next year, then even better. And then third round, I've got corners if they're there. I have another guy guard in case we don't get a second round pick. But this guy, I think like we could also maybe move to be a potential at tackle too. Um, Fourth round, uh, got another guard, another tackle, maybe a receiver, but I'm probably not going to do that. That's just old habits right there. And then look who we got here. Middle linebacker, LeVar Arrington Jr. Didn't even know he's in college. I didn't even know that the kid existed. But I was looking at his size, his measurables, and I was like, you know what? He might be a good edge rusher. So that might be someone. If he's there, I take. Um, and then see how that goes. But it kind of depends on who else I get, who else is there for me. And I usually rank these guys like a round higher than where they could be, except for these corners. They're kind of all there's a bunch of them there, but these are my two favorites. But like some of these guards here are like ranked a little lower, but I just kind of put them in groups of drafts. And then I don't really have anything for a while. Basically, after that, it's just kind of like just kicker. And I'll show you later. Like there's a couple surprises in there that I saw that I'm gonna take some chances on. So I think that covers that. I'm gonna try and make this as quickly as possible. I don't want to. I don't want to be have my head spinning by the time I'm done, but I do want to have fun, but also be diligent. All right, anything to see here? Hmm. Oh yeah, we were gonna go over the leagues. Free agency recap real quick. We talked about who we got. Did I talk about everyone? Yeah, Terry and Arnold. Who else did we get? Here, Terry and Arnold, Miles Murphy, Rattler, and Walker Jr. Okay, yeah, it wasn't high spending. Um, I know we have a lot of cap room, but there wasn't a lot of really players I liked or I think would make a difference um, that were worth it at their age. And I wouldn't mind trying to save some money uh, for the next year to re-sign players for next year because we're gonna have just off the top of my head all the players we just drafted in real life. So Scorton, Meal, and Ransom. Of course, there would be T Mac, Trevor Etienne. Cam Jackson's not going to be with us. Evans, the tight end's probably not going to be with us. I'm not going to re-sign him again. I don't know. I guess I could. He's not going to cost a lot. A third tight end wouldn't hurt it. Who else? I don't remember. But anyway, Jameer Gibbs signs with the Bucks. Um, Another halfback goes to the Bengals. Javonte Williams. Jack Campbell goes to the Bears. Oh, I remember the Bears. Bears went nuts in this free agency. Campbell, then Joey Bosa, Buda Baker. Man, they're just signing. They signed a bunch of guys. Xavier Woods still sticking around in the 80s. He's 33 years old. Damian Lewis went to the Bucks, so he's gonna have to face Fisk. Braden Fisk, is that his name? Ryan Fitzgerald went to the Raiders. They can go ahead and pay that. Look at that, 4 years, a total of almost $37 million. That's almost, dude. Come on now. That much money for a kicker? That's why I couldn't do it. Trey Hendricks, Trey Hendrickson goes to the Texans. Geno Smith goes to the Saints, who just drafted Nico, and that's going to be interesting to see. We signed. Let's go quarterbacks real quick. Caleb Williams goes to the Packers after the Bears had drafted Fernando Mendoza, who had a good year for them. I think they almost made the playoffs. Dak Prescott goes to the Jets, who had previously spent second or third overall on Garrett Nussmeier. A second overall was after Drew Eller. Jordan Love signs with the Steelers. So some of these teams signing quarterbacks kind of make me feel more comfortable trading down. Yeah, all right. Should we get started? Hold on. Who are some guys that I was having trouble deciding on, or I would like to help decide on? I would say the two corners. Let's do that. Let's do two corners. All right. This is one of them right here. This guy has size 2, 6'1", 195. And then, who else? I was looking at Clemson. We've never drafted a Clemson player. Let's see. I'm thinking one of these guys will. Hold on, let me look again. Six foot 200. 6'2", 187. Yeah. Okay. Let's get her started. Well, let's see who's spilling the tea over here. Okay. I don't know who Makai Blackman is. Debo Samuel, Sr. Talking shit on Cam Ward? He's talking shit on Cam Ward. Damn. Drake May talking shit on his own offensive line. Oh shit, Braden Fisk helping his secondary. You need to shut your face. He needs to stop fucking talking so much, man. He wants the team to draft a cornerback tonight. Wow. We're gonna have to have a team meeting.
Every career
how about you just stop the run and rush the passer? All right. Let's give these guys their due. See who they pick. I'm not. So Packers just signed Caleb Williams. Dolphins could take a quarterback. Saints probably not. They just took one. Jets. No. Giants, no. Steelers just signed Jordan Love, so but I don't know. It could be. I would say no. After signing Jordan Love and drafting a guy in a second round, nah, I doubt no. Patriots, no. Broncos, that's a possibility. Raiders, yes. Niners, no. Falcons, no. Browns, no. Buccaneers, no. Seattle, no. Titans, no. Even though that guy said so. Jags, yes. Bears, no. Cardinals, yes. Um, After that, I don't really see anyone that I would say needs a quarterback. So, if we look at the draft board here, Underwood, Russell, Sayan, and then Sellers. Okay, I don't want to go too far down to still get them, but oh shit, we didn't look at the mock draft, but I remember it. I think he was like a late. I think in one he was late first round pick. So I probably don't want to trade too far below the Jags and Cardinals, to be honest. So let's say, yeah, yeah, I would say Jags and Cardinals. Okay, cool. All right, let's see who the Dolphins pick. They take Bryce Young. Bryce Young, first overall pick. 4 years apart. All right. There goes the first quarterback. The Packers, man. They just signed Caleb Williams. Now he's going to have to go up against Bryce Underwood. Two Bryces back to back. This league's hard on quarterbacks. All right, they're not taking a quarterback. I would have liked to the Packers not taking one. All right, first corner goes off the board. I mean, with the potential trade for Jade Barron, I just don't feel it necessary. Plus, I want sellers, so. All right. Let's see what offers we get here. Okay, so what I'm trying to get is a second and a first next year. So second this year, first next year if possible. All right. So I need to look for 2028 firsts. Oh shit, that's a haul. Well, no, I can't go. I can't go down that far. Okay, so I need to. So this is probably the lowest I'd want to go is right before the Cardinals. Uh, 9 a second, and next year's fourth and seventh. 13 and next year's first. Oh no, it's 2030. Okay. 14th. This is yeah. Let's see what else we got. Ooh, that's a possibility right there. Ah, damn it. Never mind. That's a 2030 first round pick. A seventh, a second, and a first. To drop down just 3 picks. So we'd get a second, but not a first next year. And of course a seventh. 7th round pick. All right. There he goes again with the 2030 picks. Okay, that's no. No, it's too far down. Too far down. That's a possibility. But no. 5th, no. 17th. And if we don't get, I mean, if we don't get a first next year, I don't know. That's fine. Still hoping there'll be a first next year and a second this year, and a mid-round pick if possible. That's another haul right there. All right. I'd rather lean towards a second this year. There was one that was like a first, a second, and there was only a few spots. This one. So, we go down 3 spots. We could probably see what else is offered then too. We pick up an early second and a 7th round pick. See, this doesn't give us a second this year. That second is technically a first anyway. Of first next year. So if I do this, this could get me a chance of getting like an offensive lineman to help solidify guard and or tackle, or sorry, yeah, guard or tackle, either one. And then if there's none there, then I could always just trade that for a first the following year. And then we could always see what gets offered to us at pick 7.
The next pick has been traded. Right.
Let's see who they take. They just signed Jordan Love, and they drafted a kid last year. Okay. Cornerback. Another cornerback. Yeah, the cornerbacks were kind of bunched up, like top 15, something like that, top 10, and then a drop off. Okay, Giants. Ooh. Quarterback. They have that Jackson Dart kid who took him to the playoffs last year. Okay. Let's see. Oh, okay, I'm up. Let's see here. Alright, you still... Oh, dude, so no. Yeah, Sayan's going to be the next quarterback taken. Yeah. All right, we got one more quarterback move. Let's see. I'm saying Broncos or Raiders. All right, I still want to see what I can pick up. Okay, 18, a first next year, and a six next year. No, too low, too low. The Broncos want to move up 2 spots and give us a first next year. That's a pretty good exchange. Damn. They must really want someone. Browns, okay, that's 2030 first. Bucks, I already have an early second. I'm good there now. Nah. Nope. Nope. 2030, nope. Nope. 2030, okay. Uh, that's too low. Another second, I'm good there though. Nope. There we go with the 2030s again. Now, so far, I think it's the Broncos. Give me a first next year. Who? Yeah, I mean they didn't. They're picking ninth, so they didn't have a good season. Their quarterback. This is why I think they. It's possible they could take one. So what I could hold on. Let me get through this here. 19 first next year, and a second next year. But if they're probably going to be taking a quarterback, then I would have to get through the Broncos, the Raiders, and the Jags. Nah. Um. Okay. Yeah. Whatever. Nix. That's his name. Like he's mid 70s, I think, 75 or six. Hasn't really progressed. They could be using this to take a quarterback. So what I could do is it's 2 spots back. So let's say take Sand, then I can go ahead and take Sellers before the Raiders. Because who's picking 10? Or sorry, the Pats aren't taking a quarterback. So if they take a QB here, then I'll have Sellers at 9. All right. And I could pick up an extra first next year, which is awesome. May even be a good pick. Yeah, that's a yeah, we're fleecing them for that. 2 freaking picks down. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a trade.
They just got fleeced. All right. I'm going to I'm going to say they take the quarterback here. Saying he's top 5. Ooh, an outside linebacker. Okay. Okay. Wow. So, did they think the Pats would take him? Here I am fucking talking about narratives and shit. All right. Okay, well that helps us because then that still leaves Okay, let me look at this. So, after the Raiders, I would say Jags. Yeah, Jags. But I don't want to. I don't want to chance it too much. So let's just see. Ooh, a left tackle. Man, some of these fans are disrespectful. What's his first name? David Sanders. Okay. All right. Um. Yeah, I still think Sayan's gonna be. Yeah, like, dude, and I'm probably worrying about nothing because in the 5 round mock draft 5, I don't think he was even in the first round. But the Jags scare me a little bit. All right, let's see what we got. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to go below 17. Oh, Broncos want some action again. Okay, let's see here. A 3rd round pick, third and a fifth to go to 13. Another third and a fifth. So this one's, yeah, this one, Browns are better. Another second to go to 16, right in front of the Jags. Nah, see, like this one, this pick 48 could turn into a first next year, whereas this one is a second in 2030. Fuck you. 10 and a second next year. So like, but the second I get this year could be a first next year if I want it to be. But they want the, and this is the only team I'm scared of that would take a quarterback before the Jags. And the Jags want up, but there's no way because then if they take a quarterback, then the Raiders would take a quarterback. Could almost, well, that's what I'd be nervous about for sure. Nope, 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 nope. Okay. Oh, so what was it again? Where was it? Oh, was it Titans? Yeah, Titans. Okay, so so that basically I could drop all the way down to 16, get him at a better price. Because I really don't think. I think if he's gonna get taken, it's gonna be either Jags or Cardinals. I think that's an if. So all right, I'll take this, and then yeah, I think let's just. I think that'll be it. I think I'll be done trading that back. I think that's a lot of trade backs already. But we pick up an extra second, which it kind of I would hope turn into a first next year anyway. All right, let's go.
We have a trade alert. This pick has been traded.
Wait, oh shit. Didn't that guy fucking say he wanted the Titans to take a quarterback? Okay, if a quarterback goes off here, dude, I'm calling the fucking Raiders. Fuck. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Come on, dude. You got Cam fucking Ward. Where are we at? Titans. Cam Ward, a 76. Ooh. Wait, he's franchise quarterback. They're not taking a fucking quarterback. What the fuck is that guy talking about? Raiders. Oh, dude. Yeah, they're taking a quarterback. This is fucking. This is horrendous right here. Yeah, that's taking one. Why did the fucking Giants take a quarterback? Dude, he's an award winner. I wonder if it's because he dropped down to below 75? What about the Packers? He's a 77. Just signed a huge contract. All right, we'll see. We'll see. If they take one, I'm gonna have to call the fucking Raiders. All right, nothing I can do now. Okay, I'm cool with it. Left tackle. Dude, this has got to be a quarterback. You know what? And if I don't get him, I don't get him. Fucking already have one, but I just think it'd be fun. It's just kind of like a throwaway. Let's just pick up some extra picks. Yeah. So they took the Saiyan kid. And people are booing. He was top 5. Oh, and he's got a fucking hairdo. Oh. He's looking like a Hollywood actor out there. The fuck is wrong with his face? The fucking looks like that fucking like he should be in an ER show. Okay. Oh man. Okay, good for them. All right. Falcons. They have no. They just spent one. All right. Elijah Griffin. Okay, so now we're getting to the. We don't have to watch. Okay, yeah. Apparently, just the top 10 get their little. That tight end, bro. That guy was huge. I was looking at him. He was like 6'7". All right, Browns. They're not taking one. They have like a whole like half their fucking rosters in the QB room right now. All right, go. Ivan Taylor. Bucks aren't taking one. They have a X Factor quarterback in Baker Mayfield, future Hall of Famer when he plays us. Seattle just drafted one. We're good. Okay. All right. Just let's see what. I need to stop. But a second and 2030. No, no. Yeah, I don't want to chance it. I think we got our good fair share. I don't even want to look and be tempted. Let's make Lenora Sellers the backup quarterback to Arch Manning, and then just see if there's any fireworks, if there's anything that would make me want to think that Arch is trade bait. You never know, man. What if he did just what Arch does, but can also truck some fools? That would be fun. Break sacks, truck fools. Yeah. I'm going to do the unprecedented route. Think outside the box. Draft my backup quarterback in the first round the following year after I dropped Arch Manning, I think number 4 overall. Or was it 4? Yeah, I think it was 4 overall again. Yeah, 2 years in a row. Had 4 overall picks. So he's an improviser, which I did look up, and like there's a scheme that I could run to play him if we need to, and it makes me feel better and more exciting. Should for some weird, odd reason our quarterback goes down, we could still hopefully make the playoffs. And we did sign future Hall of Famer Spencer Rattler, but this could be exciting. Like I just feel more comfortable because we need to keep. We can't just take a chance. Yeah, dude, come on now. This is fun. Beautiful spiral on all his passes. Could use some improvement at recognizing pressure. Does well to avoid sacks. Throwing the ball. Plays well within outside of the pocket. League. It doesn't matter to me. Of course, that strength is awesome. Elite strength. Dude, yeah. Lenore Sellers, bro. I've been looking forward to this. You're a Panther. Okay, and we get cheers. And homie has Derek Brown's face. They put Derek Brown's face on him, bro. We're gonna have Derek Brown throwing balls out there. Damn. Beautiful deep ball, stays calm when throwing under pressure. Dynamic playmaker outside of the pocket. This could be one of those where since he's not the top 3 or 4 guys, and maybe he's not a hidden dev. Oh, okay, good. He is. That that makes it even sweeter. Okay, good speed. I like it. A under pressure, but they were talking shit about throw under pressure. I don't care. I don't care. We're gonna see how it goes. All right. Okay. I'm not trading up, but I do want to see. Yeah, I want to see kind of like how it goes. All right. Oh, there goes the quarterback, Eli Holstein. Okay, so I'm glad. Yeah, I'm glad we didn't do anything else. That would have been a risk. Bears. It's not going to be a quarterback. Okay. Ooh. Ooh, I like that. I like that for them, bro. He's an ASU kid, Arizona State University, now going to play for the Arizona Cardinals. All right, Colts don't. Yeah, let's just see who they get. Oh, okay. Josh Petty. He was on my list for second round guys. Okay, well, there's always a guy, dude, that like I have an eye on. That happened last year too. He wasn't. I think I was looking. I'm looking for pass protectors for tackle and power guys for the interior. A lot of these guys, I think, like Petty was a pass guy, but Baba Lalola was an agile guy. Oh, okay. Yeah, see, that's Petty gone, and now however you pronounce that one, Sierravild gone. All right. Okay. Okay. shit. I didn't like his size, but I thought that was one of the ones that would go in the third round. Oh, damn. Ish. Third round ish. You know what I mean? Like if he was there for us. We're picking early in the third round, but damn. Okay. Alright. Alright, who's it going to be, Philly? Halfback. Interesting. Okay. So we still got two guys we're targeting here. And if we don't get one, I have some options later in the draft to throw darts at the board. So, okay, we got two picks in this round here. Let's see. What happens if both fall to me? We'll see. Okay. Okay. I was kind of. I can't remember if he was. I think I was. No, I think he was an agile guy, but he had good size. Kevin Haywood. Yeah, I would have. Yeah, he must have been out because I would have put him on this list. All right, next pick. Ooh. All I saw was Calhoun. I'm like, I know that name. Yep. Left guard, Daniel Calhoun. Shit. So leaves one guy left on my board and one pick to go. Hey, I got other options if he's not. All right. Okay. Okay, let's see. Petty's off. Then I had Sierra Veld, and then Calhoun went. I would have preferred Petty. Yeah, I would have. Yeah, so he's kind of the last guy on my list, but he's got good size. It's kind of awesome. See, left guard, yeah. 6'6", 342 power guy, round one talent. Oh, look at it, like this guy's cool. Round one talent in day three, but agile. All right, and I don't know why some of these are 99. That's fucking shitty. But this guy, pass protector. Um, like there's a lot of power guys. Danko's another one. But that's why they're hard to find, but like they're more in like so like I have this guy like in the third round. This guy, I think I had him fourth round or something. So we got options there later. And this guy like even later fifth round. Got good size too. This is an undrafted guy, but that's kind of we got options there. But I was a little bit more worried. I wanted to bring in some like this guy I kind of like too, but he's agile and his talent's a day three, whereas like this guy's a round one. So I think, yeah, I'm not even gonna think about it. Has a motor, disciplined, great strength, and look at him, bro. He's got that like, what's that called? Amish fucking strength going. The Amish beard. He's got he's got the like old school horse and buggy fucking we're gonna build a house in a day type fucking shit going for him. All right. Oh, all A's and B's. Love it. All right. But here's the thing: I'm most 6'6", 342, out of Missouri. He could be a potential guy to take over at right guard. Power guy. Draft him. Yes. And they're clapping. So I'm wondering now, okay. Yeah. Never mind. I was thinking something. Man, he's looking kind of svelte there. Ranked 9. Played college basketball. Highly intelligent. I don't even know what this stuff means. It just sounds nice. Uses strength and technique to thwart power rushes. A B? He's 9 and we got him at 39. And he's a hidden dev. Strength 90. Okay. Yeah, I noticed that. He's like, they're just gonna fucking try and take away the hidden devs at the end of the year anyway. Alright. So far we got backup quarterback, potentially starting right guard, maybe? We'll see. Okay, so I don't have anyone else that was kind of prioritized until the third round. We're picking early in the third round. And those are guys that like, I have on my list because I don't think they can go much higher than that. So this is kind of like a no need to trade up situation. Let's go ahead and go here. All right, Cure Green Cole. Bennett Warren was another kid. Um, Eli Bowen. All right. Let's see who's on the board here. Well, let's just fucking cut to the chase. All right. See, like, look at this. Okay, so where's the other kid? I picked. Oh, here he is. Oh, okay. So you got, yeah, two guys. That I like their size on, and if we don't get them, we don't get them. I truly think that like this, I may not even need a corner. I don't need a corner, but yeah, I'm not gonna spend a second round on a guy right now. On something that like a guy's probably like gonna be last on it. Like it's probably gonna be painful to keep him. But I keep telling myself I need to throw darts. But if I'm gonna throw a dart, it's not gonna be a second round pick. So let's see. I would not be surprised if I can get a first round pick next year by trading this away. I'd feel much better by getting a first round next year, going with the guys that we had that we signed, and we're gonna trade for potentially Jade Barron. So yeah. All right. 2030, 2029, but that's the Bengals. So already we have a first round offer. Okay. There's the Bills, Bucks, and a 6th round pick this year. Texans, who were the number 1 seed in the playoffs. Steelers. They had what, the 7th pick? No, no, no. Jared Goff retired, then I would think about this one. Nope. Yeah. Giants. They just drafted a quarterback that now. I mean, they had the first overall pick. You know what? I kind of like the idea. Okay, here's what I'm thinking. I could get more picks this year, which I could change into. Okay, like I don't know, just late round picks you can always get. So, okay, this is a case in point. So next year, this turns into a first. The Dolphins one is interesting, but there's always teams that like surprise. Like, remember that like Commanders picked first overall, then they like kind of just came out of nowhere and were like undefeated for a while. But here's what I know about the Bucks. They just lost Mike Evans to retirement. I feel like Baker's on his way down. He's getting old, and they're in the division, so that there's two reasons why I'm bringing that up. One, I already feel like they're not going to win the division because we're in town. Two, if we could keep them down, we kind of like even make their life worse by having their first round pick next year. So they kind of like, a team that's on its way down. Dude, the fucking Falcons I think got second place. They got third. And the Saints were only last because I think Nico didn't really pan out. Now, whether or not they play, if he does or not, I don't know. But they're going to be worse than they were this year. Wait. Yeah. I don't know, man. I kind of want to take a chance on this and enjoy beating them even more. I say I roll the dice a little bit and just have fun with it by just we're gonna see them twice. So yeah, it's gonna be even more enjoyable and or potentially more stressful, which is kind of nice. I'm just gonna make it happen. Fuck it. Let's take their first and yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's either like that. Yeah, I would get more pleasure out of seeing them not have a first next year. Hopefully beat them than I would like, and I'll be keeping an eye on it every week as opposed to like let's say the Dolphins, or I think there was another team in here. You know, Dolphins. I think there was one. Who was the other one? Giants, I think was one. I can't remember if there was. Oh, Steelers was the other one. They just got Jordan Love though. I'm gonna have fun with it. Yep, I'm gonna have fun with it.
There has been a trade.
Screw them over in the long haul. Let's say Baker fucking retires, and they don't have anyone. They don't have a pick to fucking replace him. I like it. Okay. Now you get to stay down a little bit, hopefully. Okay, so next pick is third round. All right, I think we're good with the whole one pick at a time. Let's view the draft board real quick, just so I'm targeting. for third round guys. Uh, yeah, basically like I like his height. That's not his weight. I like him. I like him. Him. I think someone will be there. And again, we don't even really need it. It's kind of almost like I'm forcing myself to do it. All right, let's speed this up. And we also, I guess we'll see there because it's an early. I just know it's an early third. Okay, so I see Xavier Lucas on there. Hey, if we don't have one I like, then we won't. We'll say fuck it. All right, we're also picking 93. So again, I'm just kind of forcing this one. If there's someone there I like. And Ricks. So I know this guy has talent, a second to third talent. I don't know about these guys. I didn't. Oh, hold on a second. What the fuck? So he's the highest ranked corner. That's why. Yeah. Yeah, he's 63. You know, I kind of knew some of these guys would be here. But this guy's undrafted free agent. I'm glad I picked him because he's the other guy with size. So I think I'm just going to go with Ricks. And then if he's a throwaway, he's a throwaway. Throwaway third round pick. You never know though. He could be great. Like what's a second to third round talent? Isn't that like low 70s? So struggles to find ball and has a motor. Often looks through the ball. Shows good discipline. I like a couple of those things. I like that. You know, just I don't need him to be a kick returner. And I do like. I do, dude. He looks like a guy who has some attitude and some style. Dez. I like it. I can man coverage B, zone coverage B. Yeah. I'll take a chance on this kid. It was either him or that other guy who turns out to be an undrafted guy, and then Xavier something or another. It's probably a waste. We probably don't need it. But here's kind of what I had to remind myself of that. Let's just say he doesn't even crack the top 6. Um, just put him on the practice squad, you know? So, all right. But it gives us another chance at someone maybe increasing a lot during the off season. Okay. Shows good. Raw man coverage. Raw man coverage defender. Ooh, okay. That doesn't hurt. Yep. All right. Okay. Next up is 93. So we got a corner. The next thing I'm looking at is uh, something here. You know, maybe another tackle guard. Yeah. All right. Yeah, Ricks was the one. No, Xavier Lucas. Xavier Lucas. That's what his name was. All right. Let's just see who's available. Let me scan some names here. Minty. Alright. Okay, let's see. Oh, sorry. I forgot to. There we go. Well, I didn't get a chance to show the names. Um, yeah, these are the names I was scanning. Let's hold on a second. Left guard Ganem. I had. Oh, okay. So he was someone I was thinking as a pass protector to challenge for the tackle position. We have some guys there. All right, so we got. Cause okay, so here's the thing. Guard worried me just because of Robert Hunt, but now we have a guard. Pass protector would help to just help solidify that. And if I'm proven wrong, if it would have been nicer to have a guard, then we still have. I just feel like guard's just easier sometimes. All right, so you got Danko, ranked 168th. This guy's ranked 127, 6'5", 320. Pass protector could be a right tackle. I say we go with Lath Ganem. Lacks discipline. Ugh. Ooh, good measurables throughout. Elite acceleration, great strength. Got a lot of A's. All right. Yeah. I mean, pass protector. So we would have. Let's see. Let's not count Christensen. So Tacona, whatever. Tanona. Uh, that other guy was had at left tackle. I forget his name. And was that it? Or was there another guy? Well, I don't know. There might have been another guy too. Hold on. I'm trying to think. I don't want to go look. But yeah, I think we needed. So it was. I don't know. It's like why I was worried about guard because I felt like Tanona would be okay, but I wouldn't mind adding a guy to challenge him. And like I said, some of these, we could be taking players just as overkill, and I think he's good value here. Um, yeah, and then okay, yeah, do it. Well, that's definitely not a bad sign. Oh, he's already wearing the bandana. So he's got the long flowing hair. Ranked 30th. Plus instincts help easily locate incoming pressure. Solid and pass protection won't be overwhelmed by power. Hidden dev 6'5", 320. Strength 90. Okay. Solid so far. Solid. How the fuck did he know to wear a Panthers fucking bandana? He wanted to be a Panther, bro. He wanted it. All right. Okay. Where are we picking next? I don't know. Who's okay? So I have a wide receiver on my board. A guard, a tackle, variant. Let's go take a look at our picks here. I'm wondering if I should just, because I don't think I'm going to need all the picks. All right. 420, 125. So that could be like our LeVar Arrington Jr. Easy. All right, so we can go kicker. Then I have like a linebacker and a well, we'll see when we get here. So I don't want to piss you all off, whoever's listening. So kicker ish or kicker, whichever one, whichever order. It will depend on their rankings, but kicker's always good at 7th round. So kicker, there, and there, and linebacker. So I could probably take these two right here and trade up if there's anyone kind of interesting. All right. 157, 164. So what did I have? So I had, let's see. I like this kid's size. He's a deep threat. He has good, decent size too. But you know, 6'4" and above is nice. This guy's 6'4", 200 pounds. Kind of throwaway. Looking for deep threats. Size with deep threats, good for me. 21 years old, but let's see. Then there's also 6'7", 330 pass protector. I just got one. There's this kid too. So he's around. Okay, so he's a talent of 2 to 3, and he's an undrafted free agent. All right. So it's kind of like, do I want to throw another dart? Just really trying to fucking make sure our offensive line does not skip a beat, or another wide receiver, which I know we don't need. And this is where I don't know if I want to throw a dart at it. Because we would have Puka, XL, Nick Harbor, Coker. We still have Horn Jr. and Barry and Brown. 6 guys. And if I get another one, you know, one of those guys is going to have to get cut. And if I'm being honest, as much as I like receivers, I think it's time I back off. And just with this new scheme, they were playing well. And I was even thinking, man, they're gonna regret that. I'm gonna regret that I didn't fucking find a better scheme sooner because some of those guys could have really panned out. And I think I think we're good there. I think I can. I'm gonna look and see if I could trade those 2 picks and trade up. So let's just get a feeler for the Chiefs here. Back-to-back picks. See, kind of get an idea of like how far can we go with let's see, this one and this one. How close are we? So let's pick 157 and 164. And this is pick 94. Ooh, that ain't gonna happen. Hold on. Dude, that's like 57 plus, that's like 63 spots up. Ooh, that's close. That's fucking close. A fifth and a sixth for a third? Does that make sense? Why the fuck are they doing that?
Ladies and gentlemen,
They took
the
it?
current pick has been traded.
I'm gonna have to look at the. Wait, is that an early fifth? No. They took that. They took that. What the fuck? I just updated this mod. Did they fuck something? I was thinking it'd be like yellow at the most. Wait a second. Hold on. 156? That's weird. I mean, I'm not gonna fucking cry about it. Well, I'm kind of shocked here. Hold on. Should I go Danko? Another pass protector, so we would have basically 4 guys competing for that right tackle position. And then, if 2 of them turn out pretty good, you know, that could be the end of Christensen. One guy was able to be on our practice squad at 70 overall all season. He didn't get picked up. As a party, that's his name. All right. I say I throw the dart. I try to fit, yeah, talent 2 to 3. Good strength or solid strength. Anthony Donko. All right, let's just do it. I need to figure out how that would happen. That doesn't seem like a fair trade. Would a team a fifth and a sixth for a low third? So he's ranked 70 overall. Enveloped rushers not allowing them to disengage. Okay, firm base. Excels in run game. And a hit in dev. At a Penn State. Man, that's bugging me now. Okay, I ain't gonna cry, but I'm gonna have to figure out like why. I'm gonna have to look at the NFL trade chart. I was trying to get a feel for like, okay, would we be close in early fourth round? Well, okay. So I don't really have anything else to. I think I'm just gonna have to like hope. Well, he'll be there, dude. I ranked him higher. Yeah, let's just run. Yeah, I don't see him on this list. All right, we're gonna go with 6'4", 245 pounds. But I'm gonna see if he can be an edge rusher. Cause I saw this like, yeah, I like the idea of that size putting him at edge. Yeah, just draft for the name, and if he plays well, he plays well. And here's what I like about it too, because he's an inside backer. I have another guy along with Kennard Snyder who can kind of do both ish. And this again, it could be another throwaway, but I mean, yeah, could free up some ability to say, okay, at inside linebacker, I got Wallace and Powers and Snyder and Arrington Jr. And then at edge, I got Snyder and Arrington Jr. who can go there. So I don't know. I think I wanted to do this for fun. LeVar Arrington Jr. You're a Panther. His family's excited. Okay, got a C minus. Shows great range of chasing down ball. Slow linebacker in today's game, but would he be fast for an edge? And a hit in dev. 21 years old. Huh. I'm good with the just the name alone, man. That's gonna be fun. Of course, it's all gonna go to shit if I put him out there and he just looks like crap. But I'm cool with it, man. Okay, so the next thing would be basically like kicker and some just like chances on some guys. How many picks we got left? Three picks left. So kicker or and I got two other guys I'm looking at. Actually, four guys total, but one's kind of a receiver. So I think I need to not do that. Yeah, dude. Even if he's on the practice squad, I just don't think I should do that. I think what we have is good. It's tempting. It is. It truly is. But we're good. We're good. I need to stop it. Just stop it with the fucking receivers, man. You're good. You have Puka, XL. Harbor, Coker. Dude, even the fucking guy without hands was catching more balls than fucking T-Mac. So, yeah, let's just go with, let's go to our next pick. Take a look at the rankings of the guys I noticed. Skipping ahead in the draft. Alright. So these are kind of like undrafted guys. So the kicker, okay. Best rated kicker, Aaron Burrell. Archetype accurate, but this is what I saw in him. The most strength, elite kick power, and he's an accurate archetype with the most strength. That's a good sign to me. All right, so he's ranked 262, and then I saw this kid here. Wait, where is he? He's an undrafted kid. Where the fuck is he? Oh, there he is, Hewlett. But he's ranked 425. But check this out. Look at all that. Everything's elite except strength. How is that possible? Does he just have like the shittiest awareness? Does he like not even know what fucking year it is? What the? Like I don't even know. Like what? And the broad jump, he went from second to 13th. Like what is going? So he must just need awareness, which I'm just spitballing here. But isn't that like one of the things that gets improved upon, as opposed to physical traits? So if he's got all the physical traits, he could be, at worst, a fucking practice squad inside linebacker. But so kicker was in the what 260s. This guy is 425. I mean, I may not even need to draft him, bro. I could probably just sign him off in free agency. But I kind of like that. I don't want to take that chance. And then there was this, and this is where you all are gonna. Yes, I'm it. I saw this, bro. 6'4", 210. Christopher Vazina out of Clemson. We could snap the streak for this. What the fuck is this? Look at this. I saw this and I'm like, wait a second. Do I need Sellers? I'm like, no. I want Sellers. This guy's probably like a 63 overall or 6. But again, another one with all the physical traits. What's going on here? So I'm just gonna fucking do it. If there's 6 and 7 round picks, okay. So what is this guy? 288, and the kicker was okay. So I want to make sure I get my kicker. All right. So let's draft him, Aaron Burrell, out of LSU. They're clapping. He's accurate archetype, but has elite kick power. That was beautiful. Beautiful. 8, ranked number 1 overall, NFL leg strength, made 91, dude. Kick power 96, with an accurate archetype. So I wish they had like accuracy here, but hey man, I'm guessing he's just as good as Ryan Fitzgerald was. So, and he's not going to cost us almost 10 million a year. Or I think we would have gotten him for like 6 or 7 a year, but dude, I like that. I want to have the best kicker in the league. Um, oh, but you know what I saw too? Hold on. Grammatica. I forgot to mention that. I saw that. I was like, oh no. Oh no, not another Grammatica. I didn't even look him up, dude. I wonder, is that like Martin Grammatica's son? Hold on. I'm gonna look it up. Now I'm like, that's it. I'm already on the way. Let's see here. Nico. Alright, is he gonna say who his father is? Oh, dude, he fucking. He looks like a bleached blonde version of. Okay, hold on. Alright, let's see. Let's see, Dad. Yeah, Martin Grammatica. He's Martin Grammatica's son. Yeah, yeah. I can't have a Grammatica on the Panthers, bro. Sorry. He was an old Bucks kicker. His dad. He could fuck off. All right. All right. So who would be next? Next would be if he's there, which I think he will be. Yeah, this is sixth round. So now we're going for. What? Mm, dude. What's his talent level, man? This fucking scouting thing with Madden sucks, man. We should have the ability to like buy scouts so that we can unlock everything on every player. This is some bullshit. Hold on. Oh, there he is. Okay. Dude. I mean, I have to. Quarterbacks, dude, they have so much fucking value. So, I'll take him in. Worst. Okay, here's what we're looking at. The worst thing that can happen is Manning looks good, which he does. Sellers looks good, which I'm hoping for. Spencer Rattler looks like the future Hall of Famer that he is. And then this guy looks good. So I would probably have to, in that situation, get rid of Rattler and keep this guy on the roster, see how he progresses, and just literally use him as trade bait. Or one of the other two as trade bait, and Vizina as the fucking backup if he looks good. I'm doing it, man. It's a seventh round pick for a guy with those fucking just those physicals, and he's from Clemson. We could snap the streak. Let's throw him a seventh round pick. Here I am taking all these Gamecocks, and I'm not even. I really don't even care. But if I had to, and if I had to pick one, it would be South Carolina because they have Carolina in the name. All right, Vicina, Christopher Vicina, dude. I don't know what's up with you. I really don't. But I'm gonna find out. This just seems like I didn't fuck with anything. I just happened to see this because I was looking at QBs with size. Someone that would maybe kind of like deter me from taking a Sellers. And I was like, nah, I'm not going to do it. But let me just look anyways. And I see this. And I'm like, Okay, I mean, dude, it's happening. So yeah, our QB room is gonna start looking like the Browns QB room. Wouldn't that be something if it was coded into Madden that your starter's QB's morale goes down, and I didn't even know it because you're drafting these quarterbacks. All right, ranked 131, we got him at 199. Elite intermediate accuracy, excellent deep accuracy, dynamic playmaker outside the pocket. Speed of a 90, acceleration 89, throw power 90. So just so that's the thing. Like the scheme I have now is either strong arm or I could change one that's almost identical but has improviser. So luckily Manning, who's kind of tied strong arm and field general, so he fit his strong arm scheme fit. So yeah, so I don't know, man. It's a 7th round pick, so I just have to, the only thing I think would have topped it off is if he was a hidden dev. All right, all right. Okay. Now I'm gonna go for the other, I guess, athletic freak at right outside linebacker. I want to move to inside linebacker. Yeah, if he's not there, he's not there. But dude, he's like ranked 400 something. So pick player. Out of Michigan, 6'2", 220, 227. So, yeah, he's lighter than I'd like for an inside linebacker, but look at all that elite. Something's funky, but we're going to find out here shortly. Ah, and they're fucking booing us, man. The first boo. Now I'm going to want him to succeed even more. I'm going to clip this, and if this guy ends up being a rock star, yeah. Ranked 307. Great speed to cover, track down tangles, gets good depth when dropping in the zone, slow to react. Give me that hidden dev. Oh, well, hey man. Can't win them all. His archetype doesn't fit. He's a pass coverage guy, but just how do you just see the change of direction, the agility, the speed at inside linebacker? We'll see. Jason Hewlett. I'm gonna look this kid up too. That's one thing I don't really do until after I draft people. Eh, got a haircut. All right. There's that. All right, that's gonna cover it. Took longer than I thought. I was hoping, but I enjoy these drafts, man. All right, here's the crunch time. Now we get to see their overalls, and we have trade offer for ETN, who I didn't even know I had on the trade block. Oh, not that. Nah, I like ETN, man. He's gonna be up for a contract renewal, so it'll probably only be around this year. But you never know. Draft recap. All right. Norris Sellers 75, Reichart 75, Rick 72, Ganem 74, Donko 72, Arrington 68. Burrell 82, Zena 69, Hewlett 65 overall. What was Burrell's accuracy? So like his kick power was what, 96? Where the fuck is it? Kick accuracy 93. Where's kick power? 93 is pretty damn good. That I'm pretty. I'm almost positive that was more than Ryan Fitzgerald. Where is kick power, bro? We're gonna have to change that number one too. 96. Okay. Accurate. Okay, cool. Alright, let's change some of this shit right now. So Logan Reichart, let's look at you compared to the other right guards. Ganem, let's compare you to the right tackles. Let's compare you to and you to middle inside linebacker. Alright. And then we'll go look at the overalls for everyone. Everyone that got it. Okay. Salary 75.69. I mean, the dream would be that he plays just like Rattler. Okay, we didn't get a receiver. Azopardi. Let's compare you to them too. Okay, Breitgart. 77 overall. Oh, well, that must be like, what, morale or something? Wasn't he 70? Yeah. I don't even know what TMP stands for. And I'm going to fix the body images of some of these guys. I found out how to do it. Or you can look heavy. Because this guy's heavy. 6'6", 342. Fuck yeah. He ain't muscular or svelte. Alright. So just this right here. Oh. I mean, remember, we got Cade Mays who can back up. But, like, I don't know. If he looks good, man. Robert Hunt, who could save us $17.5 million, might be on his way out. He regressed this offseason too. Right tackle. So okay, we got so far Ganem's in the lead. Of course, they have to, actually play good. But we'll see. Week one, I run the progression tool. It gives me 4 chances at finding the guy to start, or at least the preferred start game one. All right, we didn't do anything else, right? So Here I've got 3 chances, but like I would have liked to pick up another one, another chance. But worst case scenarios, let's say nothing happens with any of these. I could, keep Robert Hunt and just pick a guy who I want to be the future when his contract's up. This one, though, yeah, I'm kind of like I keep going back and forth of who I was worried more, but it was. I'm glad with what we got. All right, good here, good here. Okay, Arrington. Okay, already he's better than the guy we signed in free agency. Less speed. Hold on. Some more awareness. Better tackling, hip power, block shedding, power, and finesse moves. Pursue. Okay, now so isn't as good in coverage. That's surprising. But better than like Wanham in coverage. So yeah, I don't know. Plus he's got the name. All right, inside linebacker. Let's see what we got. All right, so I'd feel I do want to see him play, but right now I'd feel fine with these two. And then this guy kind of being the third, so we'll put him on the trade block. I think I already did. Oh no, I didn't. Shoot. All right, so I'm comparing these bottom three now. Yeah, Hewlett's got the fucking speed, acceleration, agility, change of direction. Not the strength though, or awareness. I don't know. This is probably overkill. That's fine. He's not. It doesn't have the toughness though. All right. So, see, this is what I was kind of afraid of. I mean, it's a throwaway pick, but I have one, two. Even this guy could 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 guys who could potentially like who's gonna step up, who's gonna progress in the off season, and I mean if I had to go right now, if everything stayed the same, I would probably start Price Hawk. He's a superstar, of course I got to. But if one of these guys, I mean if any of these guys can, I get rid of Terry and Arnold, I'm fine with that. Banks, I'm fine with that. I do want to keep Ravel Jr. though. So I want to keep Horn. For sure want to keep 1, 2, 3, and I don't know about. I would like to keep him. He's a good backup free safety. So yeah. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4 guys for sure, and the rest I'm kind of whatever. I mean, I'd probably want to keep him just cause I think he gives a solid play, but like that's kind of why I signed him as a backup to be, in case these guys piss me off. Um, yeah, I think that covers it, right? So we got a quarterback, we got a guard, some right tackles. If I wasted a pick on this kid, that's fine. Actually, it would have been 2 picks. But I'm only gonna be able to take so much. I'll put on the practice squad who I don't need to go into the 53, and If they get picked up, they get picked up. But I wanted the best chances at getting the best guys. Or let's say I keep these all three of these guys right here, and then I cut Christensen. I have to see him play though. This is gonna be the first season I watched some preseason games. Same here. I want to see these two guys. See how compared to him. Um, I want to see him. I want to see all these bottom four guys. Corners, of course. All right. Let's go ahead and yeah, I'll do the find like change faces if they're blacked out and numbers later. Let's see, draft recap, view. Let's look at all. All right. Bryce Young, 74 overall. Bryce Underwood, 75. Sanchez, 77. We wouldn't have been able to get him anyway. Jean Lee, 76. Currently, 74. This is the kid they wanted. 73 overall, speed rusher. Okay. This is the kid the Titans got. So, okay. Steelers traded for that kid. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. The Giants. Alright, who's most overall, period? Our guy, kicker. Then Sanchez, okay. Oh, we're going to have to go up against him, man. Calhoun, 75. That was a guy that went a couple picks before we picked Reichert, who's also 75. There's Saraveld, Sam Levitt, 75. I'm going to be excited if they succeed, man. Arizona State quarterback at Arizona. What? God damn it. That's the Shelton guy. Mm, don't look. Don't look. Alright. Oh, I can't think of anything else to do. Who's the fastest guy? Alright. Just one kicker drafted. Here are all the QBs. Blah, 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 blah. What number did Sellers pick? 19. Okay. What number? Let's see who. Right guard 66. 56. I'll probably want to change that. 47. I'll look what his dad wore and give him that if it's available. Ten. Okay. And then there's this one. Number one. I'll look up what his college number was, see if it's available. Okay, I think that covers it. Draft day. Another year. Another year in the books. But we're probably going to be picking up. Oh shit, dude, I totally forgot too. So now the question's going to be Broncos. Who do they have at receiver again? Yep. T-Mac would be the first, their receiver one. In exchange for Jahdae Barron. 81 overall. Good athleticism. Doesn't have the height, but that's okay. And where would he fit on our team? 81 overall. I mean, totally forgot about him when I'm sitting there going over this. So it'd be I so now the question becomes, do we trade T-Mac for a draft pick, or and if we did that, we would have Horn, Prysock, let's say Ravel Jr. Oh man, we're gonna have to wait and see. But I think I want to make the trade before. What if T-Mac fucking improves and not Jahdae Barron? Oh, that's that's the question. But just at this, we could be going into, if we wanted to, five guys 80 and above at corner. So that's what I need to sleep on. If I trade T-Mac after the progression and Jahdae Barron boosts up, then I can't get him. There is no regression here though. There's just progression. Or does T-Mac progress? Jahdae Barron doesn't, and I can get more value for him after. I think if just first instinct is, I think I trade for Barron before, just because we need to solidify this. And if by doing that basically means I have Horn, Prysock, Ravel Jr., Barron, and maybe one of these other guys, and I'm fine with that. Yeah, I don't really need the draft picks next year. We have 3 first-round picks next year. Denver's, Tampa Bay's, and ours. And I may not even need all those. I'm just stockpiling for when I can't afford salaries. But I think right now, I busted out the calculator. Um, where are we at? Team salaries. So we're gonna have to re-sign. So Brown, Scorton, Scatabo, Uman Mielen, Ransom. And I guess it would be Barron too if I trade T-Mac. Oh, okay. I was like, J.C. Horn? No, that's Horn Jr. Yeah, I think we're gonna have a lot of money to re-sign these guys, and I think the main guys are Brown, Scorton, Gadabo, Uman Mielin are we're gonna be able. It's gonna take up half our cap. That's a lot of money, but it's only half our cap, which is nice. I want to keep it as low as possible until it's time to re-sign a quarterback. So, yeah, I want to keep our guys, but I also want to keep it as low as possible without letting big names go, because we still have to compete for the Super Bowl. That's it. Yeah, right now it says that we're gonna have 100 million in cap space, or is that right now? I think that's right now. I busted out the calculator, aka just kind of simmed in advance to see what they would want, and I think we're gonna have like 150 million dollar in cap space, and signing those guys is gonna take up 75 million of it. So I think we're still looking good. And then what's gonna happen after that? Then you're gonna have. I'm gonna want to resign this kid. Puka, I don't know. Probably not. Darius Taylor. I don't know about that one right now. Don't know about that one. Probably Price Hawk. If we'll see how it goes, but there's not gonna be a lot there. This is where it's gonna get pricey. So, I mean, I'll keep whoever, but if we have something comparable, cheaper, then I'm not gonna resign them, except for those main guys I mentioned. All right. Oh, fucking took way longer than I thought. But I'm happy with it again. I'm just hoping it pans out. So I can't think of anything else to go over. I am going to add, so I don't forget. If he's not already on. Nope, he's not. Alright. Add to the trade block. I'm gonna go ahead and add him. See if anything comes of it. Fuck it, I'll add him too. I don't think I'll get anything from him. Somebody's got to, keep too. Oh, he's already on it. Corner. That's the question. Would I rather keep him? Just in case. It's looking bad. But, oh, let's keep our ears open. We'd lose money, but you know what? I don't think anyone would want him, but oh, he's already on it. All right, that'll do it. I think we're good. All right. Next time I'll be up, maybe probably play some preseason games. See some of these kids, see how they do. It'll probably be tomorrow.